Hi folks, and welcome to our series on reporting income. In this series we're going to take a look at net income and its calculation, as well as the calculation of comprehensive income. So let's begin. The objectives of this short video are that hopefully by the end of it you'll be able to describe how net income and comprehensive income are calculated and how those two amounts are related. We're also hoping that you'll be able to name two items that under International Financial Reporting Standards are included in other comprehensive income. And we're also hoping that you'll be able to describe how comprehensive income and accumulated other comprehensive income, which is its companion account on the balance sheet, are related. So now, let's have a look at how you calculate income, comprehensive income, and then how those two amounts impact your shareholders' equity balances. So you would have learned in previous courses that there are revenues, expenses, and gains and losses that impact net income. And you also learned in previous courses that net income, once these specific accounts or account types are closed, will update retained earnings. So you know that net income is closed out, net income accounts are closed out, and they update your retained earnings balance. Well, just as revenues, expenses, gains, and losses, many of them are related to net income, there are specific types of gains and losses that are not part of net income but are part of another special type of income called other comprehensive income. And other comprehensive income has a companion account on the balance sheet as well. That companion account, which is part of shareholders' equity, is known as accumulated other comprehensive income, or AOCI. Now, we'll also show you that the amount of net income you calculate plus any other comprehensive income, and we say it's a plus if you have a net unrealized gain, or it's a minus if you have a net unrealized loss, will impact or it calculates comprehensive income. So another way to understand that relationship between net income, other comprehensive income, and comprehensive income is to look at it a little bit differently. We know that comprehensive income is equal to the calculation of net income plus any unrealized net holding gains or minus any net unrealized holding losses that happen in a couple of ways. Okay? And again, those net unrealized holding gains and net unrealized holding losses that we're going to introduce you to in a moment are part of other comprehensive income. So you're probably wondering, well, what is this thing called other comprehensive income? Well, under International Financial Reporting Standards, two items that must be included in the calculation of OCI are any unrealized holding gains or losses that are created due to changes in fair value on certain types of non-current investments. You remember in a previous course you looked at trading securities where you had to revalue them to fair value, but they were current investments. Well, we're looking here at any fair value adjustments for non-current investments, but not investments that are temporary or short-term, such as your trading securities, and it would also exclude any controlled investments where one company controls another, or any significant influence investments. So there are certain types of investments that are none of these three, okay, that are not trading, not controlled, and not significant influence that qualify under this category of certain non-current investments. For the most part, we refer to them through an older term called available for sale, and we'll discuss that later in our course. The other type of item that affects OCI are any gains and losses that are created due to a revaluation of any property, plant, and equipment to its fair value. You would have heard so far that in accounting now we fair value all of our items on the balance sheet. So there are revaluations that you'll learn about in another course, or ways to revalue property, plant, and equipment assets, and any gains and losses created here are also included in OCI. So now in the next video, we'll show you how the income statement and the statement of comprehensive income are related.